Alright, real quick before sun goes completely down, just fabricated this fuel line real quick. Uh, all I have left to do is just splice into the pressurized line for the fuel. It's just a tee off, so basically when I kill the flow going to the return, it just forces the pressure to the fuel nozzle. So problem is I've already hooked the return back to the tank, so I will almost guarantee that that entire fuel line is already chock full of fuel. So it's gonna probably be a little bit of a mess, but I can always pull that back off, cap that, and then I just have whatever fuel's left in the line. No biggie. The only thing left to do other than splice that in, put my fuel control or throttle, splice that probably in there somewhere. So what else before I forget, got some oil tankage going on. I got these two little tanks off of the old Amazon, 26 bucks a piece. They're very fucking nice. Like, you would not be able to get anybody to make a nice box like that for that kind of price. Anywho, not ideally how I wanted the tanks. I wanted the tanks further, like, up in there, but they won't fit, so I'm just gonna have to roll with it like that. What I might do is just make a cover just to kind of shield it from the heat. But another thing I can do is I can use this tank as like a hot tank or scavenge tank. Basically, the oil coming from the turbine will drain down to this tank. So I've got to fabricate a drain tube coming out of the bottom. It's tucked up in there. It's probably gonna have to like come out just a little bit and then head down this direction, and then I'd like it to go into the top of the tank. It's got to have a little bit of a gradient to it, so I'm hoping I can make that happen, especially since that's gonna probably be a little bit bigger than a 1/2 inch too. That's probably gonna be closer to a 3/4. So I can only imagine what the radius is going to be for that size tubing, but we'll find out soon enough. And I'm going to have to hook these two tanks up together. So what I might do, just drill a hole in the bottom of each one, like in the side here, and then just run a fitting out, and then just connect them with some tubes. Maybe do it on both sides. I don't know, you could probably, one side probably be just enough, but it's just so oil can drain out of this tank, cool down, drain into that tank, and then from there, this tank, I think it gets picked up through the oil cooler, the filter, and then the pump. So now the pump stays cool, and the oil's got some time to cool down, and there's going to be a lot of air bubbles in the oil, so I'm going to run some vents to the oil catch can there. Yeah, that's where we're at right now. I've also got another piece of stainless steel coming in, so I can fabricate this whole end cap. This end cap had 3 fuel nozzles on it, and we're just running one fuel nozzle in the center and just cap the rest of these off. This one's actually my propane connection, so this is where I inject my propane. The other two we've capped off. I stole the cap off this one, but the next end cap is not going to have these two nozzle ports, so it'll just have like probably these two. it'll clean this up a little bit, make it look all nice and pretty. That's where we're at for tonight. It's a good stopping point. I got plenty of work cut out for me tomorrow.